Welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name is Gabi.
And I'm Charlotte.
And this is my favorite car in the entire Kia lineup.
Wow.
It's the 2024 Kia Sorento X-Line Limited. And if you were watching our videos last year and heard the Sorento SX, that's gone. This is the new one. So Charlotte, I would say this is probably the best or closest equivalent to the SX of the previous generations.
Definitely.
Why? Because it has all the tech, all the safety, all the features you'd want or would get in an SX, but now it's rugged and refined. So what does that mean, Charlotte?
That means a lot. So it means that we're going to see the X-Line appearance package on this vehicle. So it means some big changes for the exterior and for the interior, but we are not sacrificing any of the capabilities, the convenience, the tech, or the power in this vehicle. Or you can hear all of our stuff in the background. If those of you guys, if this is your first time watching the Kia Hyundai channel, first of all, welcome, but I want to let you guys know that we do these videos for 3 different reasons, and I promise we will actually get into a walkthrough after this intro is over. Yes. But Gabby, what are those reasons?
Ooh, switch up.
I know.
So number one, if you have a Kia Hyundai vehicle, we want to give you all the information there is to know about these cars, so no ownership manual needed. We'll explain everything in depth and show you just how you can work your car to its full potential.
Absolutely.
Reason number 2 is if you're in the market for a new car, we'd highly suggest you check out Kia and Hyundai. We think these vehicles offer great value. They have great warranty, great performance, especially this one. I'll get into that later though. They look good, feel good, drive good, and they're priced good. And then number 3.
The third reason is that if you guys want to purchase a new Kia or Hyundai vehicle, why not buy it from us? We have 3 stores in our dealer group: Brantford Kia, where myself and Gabby are. We also have Brantford Hyundai and Owen Sound Hyundai, and I'm happy to say that we do not charge any of that market adjustment fee, anything along those lines. We sell at MSRP. Woohoo!
Yep. All right, now with that being said, let's get into the actual walkthrough. I'm gonna have a big smile on my face this entire video because number 1, I sold this car.
Wah! Jump scare.
Number 1, I sold this car. A lovely customer of mine is picking it up this weekend. And if I were to buy a new vehicle, I would probably buy this exact trim level in this exact color. I absolutely love it. So first things first, let's talk about the style. So one thing that has changed for the Sorento has been the appearance and the technology. So you'll see a lot more when we get inside. The main thing I would say is definitely the headlight design. You'll notice we still have that beautiful striking amber, and bright LED. So again, even on a base model, you're still gonna get full LEDs, which is quite nice. Now, when you move to the X-Line Limited trim, you're also gonna get the addition of these bright LED fog lights, and this is only on this trim and above. Another thing you'll notice, and you're gonna have to look really close, is this vehicle is filled with technology, both on the inside and out. So take a look at this shiny black grille. In the very center, you'll notice a camera. And that camera is gonna be utilized for your, number 1, 360 camera view. So it's just one of the many cameras that piece that piece together, and And it's also gonna be utilized whenever your front parking sensors are triggered. So if I were to hop in this car and drive it closer and closer to a wall, I wouldn't do that because my car would allow me to see exactly how close I was to that wall, and it would give me audible information to say, hey, you're getting way too close. Another thing this vehicle has that the trim levels below don't is highway drive assist number 2. That means this vehicle has the capability of coming to a complete stop, picking it back up to speed, maintaining itself in its lane, but also changing lanes for you. That also means it gets machine learning, so this vehicle gets smarter the more you drive it. I'm gonna pop the hood and talk about the powertrain, and that is by far one of my favorite things about the Sorento. So on the X-Line Limited, you get a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder gasoline engine. And you may think, where's the fun in a 4-cylinder? Let me tell you. This vehicle has 281 horsepower with 311 pound-feet of torque. And again, those numbers aren't crazy compared to, maybe a sports sedan. But this is an SUV. This is a vehicle that can fit your family, fit them comfortably, give you abundance of safety features, and put a smile on your face at any stop. All right, let's put this up. One thing I will say I think Kia could improve on with the Sorento, I would love to see a hydraulic lift for the hood, but again, not a deal breaker for me. Let me know what you guys think. So we talked about the engine and how it's arguably the best powertrain in the Kia lineup, but let's talk about the transmission. You get an 8-speed dual clutch wet type transmission. Wet type dual clutch transmission, and you also get paddle shifters. So if you are someone who does like to manually manipulate your automatic gear shift, you can do so. All right, let's talk about wheels now. These are 20-inch alloys. I love them. Definitely a fun new design and very similar to the EV9. Now, it's very convenient that we happen to have an EV9 in the video bay with us right now. Take a quick look. So again, not exactly the same, but there are some common elements right over there. Let me know what you guys think. I think the Sorento pulls it off better just because they're not wheel covers, it's an actual alloy, but looks really good. Another thing that makes the Sorento really special is here in Canada, it's standard with all-wheel drive. So if you're getting the base or the top, you're getting all-wheel drive, and it's a front-wheel drive bias. So that means you're not going to be burning a ton of fuel if you're just driving on a perfect condition, sunny day. So that's very nice. But if you were to drive into snow, mud, or sand, this vehicle does have terrain modes that will torque itself to perform optimally in those conditions, which is quite nice. Charlotte, I see you giggling. I'm so scared.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, something we get on this vehicle, we do have a lot of black accents. So this piece right over here that has a two-tone of shiny and matte black. Your mirrors, or side mirrors I should say, are black with a turn signal indicator and a camera on the very bottom. That camera is going to show up in a couple different places. So number one, it's also going to tie into your 360 camera. But number two, every time you go to indicate a turn, whether it be to change lanes or even just to make a full-on left or right turn, it's going to give you a live camera feed of whatever is in your blind spot. It's also great for cyclists if you are someone who lives in the city. On the top of the vehicle, we have raised roof rails. And another thing that's different about this vehicle, in the raised category, it's 33 millimeters higher than the other non-X-Line Sorento lineup. So if you're looking at an LX or an EX, you want something a bit taller, 33 millimeters, baby, makes a big difference. All right, and then coming up to the back end of the vehicle, more parking sensors. So if you didn't catch them already, we have parking sensors on the front of the car, side of the car, and the rear. And again, with that full 360 camera, you're gonna know exactly how close you are to hitting something, and hopefully the car will let you know not to. Small thing about the Sorento that I've loved since its redesign in 2021, I should say, no rear wiper or no visible rear wiper until it's in use. This just cleans up the look of the car, makes it look a bit more sporty, and also prolongs the lifespan of your wiper because it's not exposed to the elements. Kia emblem here, your trunk release is back at the bottom, and of course we got a power lift gate, opens up nicely. You can set the height and opening speed if it's a bit too fast or too slow for you. 6-seater configuration. All models of the turbocharged Kia Sorento are going to come with a 6-seater. Very, very comfortable. I definitely love the captain's chairs in the very middle because you have armrests, they're heated, and this is just an overall really nice experience. You do get a spare tire for the Sorento. It's actually underneath the vehicle, so I don't know if Charlotte feels like showing it. Let's see.
All right, team, let's,
You'll
there,
see it.
I think that's it. I
And
can actually see.
So there's definitely a lot more differences based off the previous body style when you look at the front end or even inside the vehicle. When it comes to the rear end, you might be thinking, this is the same as last year. And you're so wrong. Connected.
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
It's such a huge change.
I can't believe you guys didn't even pick that up. Anyway, so those aren't, maybe that's not the reason why you're waiting for a 2024. Let me tell you, the value for this vehicle, phenomenal. There's so much you get in it, and truly you have to drive it to actually seal the deal. It is so much fun. Price point, let's talk about it. It's right over here. So when it comes to the MSRP, or the base price, it's 50,975 Canadian, and then of course you have delivery fee, charge, color charge. This color is called Wolf Gray. Beautiful. It's almost like a lot of people like to call it a primer color because it doesn't have a matte sparkle, or not matte, because it doesn't have a sparkle, but I absolutely love it. I think it looks really good, even better in person. Our camera never picks it up quite nice.
It with the black accents too,
Yeah.
like looks so good in this trim.
Such a sharp looking car. One more thing I'll point out before we go into the interior, if you take a look at the door handles, you may notice that there's no actual button. And in the past, it used to have buttons. There's a little indent there, so you may be wondering, am I still able to open and lock my car without touching my key? Absolutely. What you're gonna do is put your hand behind the door handle, that's gonna unlock it, and then when you're done with your car and you go to leave, you're gonna put your finger, or hopefully your finger, in that indent there, and it'll lock the car for you. Okay, another thing you can do with these door handles, this means that we have digital key to touch, so I'm able to unlock and start my car and then drive just by utilizing my smartphone or my Apple Watch or smartwatch. Very nice feature to have, and you can share it or remove access from other people, so if you loan it to your brother or something and then you get in a big fight, you can get rid of him. All right, Charlotte, do you want to take a look inside?
I would love to.
All right.
Wow, I gotta emotionally recover. When I'm on camera, I have to have better control of my facial expressions, and it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle right now. That's okay though. Let's take a look on the interior of this vehicle, and guys, I think that this trim is a huge, I think that the price point for this trim is really valuable because you get a lot of those convenience and tech features on the inside with also a great looking exterior. So I'll have Gabby show the driver's side door. And you can see that we have those X-Line elements such as the wood grain trim. We're also gonna have some quilted leather on the sides and some contrast stitching. Now also, we have the inclusion of memory seats, so 2 levels of memory seats there. Also, you have power folding mirrors, which will save with your memory seats too, and will automatically shut as you turn the vehicle off. Oh my goodness, put it in park, there you go. Also, when it comes to our windows, they are all express windows, and we also have a Bose premium sound system, which again, great feature to have, and I think Bose makes a really great sound system.
So would you say this vehicle is rugged and refined?
I absolutely would. Rugged, refined, Kia Sorento.
X-Line Limited.
X-Line Limited. As we hop inside, you can see all the different controls that we have to configure with your memory seats, with the inclusion of 4-way lumbar support and also a driver's knee extender. So if you're a taller driver, I'm not, but this is going to be something that's really valuable and make this a more comfortable ride for you.
And does all of that save with your memory seats?
You better believe it does.
What else saves with your memory seats?
Your mirrors.
Nice.
Very nice. Something I'll also show is that we do have premium door sills with Sorento badging on them too, which I think, again, looks really, really nice.
Very dirty.
Yeah. I know it's hard to tell with the seats, but they are actual leather, so they are a real pure leather. We have some X-Line embossing, and they also are quilted. They're also heated and ventilated in the front, and then the captain's chairs in the second row are going to be heated, and we'll show that in the rear too. Now,
So,
go ahead.
ventilated seats are exclusive to this trim and up, right?
That's correct.
Nice.
Heated seats aren't though, which is nice. All right, so I just put the vehicle into accessory mode, and here you can see some of the other design elements that we have. I'll start by talking about the steering wheel. It's leather wrapped and fully heated with some contrast stitching. And on this side, you're gonna have your driving or your media controls, whereas our driving controls, such as highway drive assist, lane follow assist, lane keep assist, and your cruise control, all consolidated to this area. Nice. Thank you. I love that so much. Behind your steering wheel is we have those sporty paddle shifters, as Gabby mentioned, for that 8-speed wet type dual clutch. So lots of fun to drive this vehicle. And if you're curious about what it's like to drive a dual clutch transmission and want to know our best practices, we've done a video on it. Don't worry.
Better believe it.
You better believe it. Now, another feature that we start and that is introduced on the X-Line Limited trim is going to be our instrument cluster. So you can see we have a 12.3-inch screen behind me, and this is fully digitized. It's not just that center portion. So we're going to have our digital speedometer, digital tachometer, and then also we're able to change the screen in the center and truly customize this vehicle.
We don't get a heads-up display for 2024, right?
We do not get heads-up display for 2024, unfortunately. So that is one feature that we have lost, but hopefully you can see we still have some great value and tech features in this vehicle. I'll have Gabby come around to the side and we'll keep talking some more.
Headlights, those are very different from last year. Even the grille. So this blacked out grille with some shiny and matte finishes are exclusive to the X-Line. So X-Line, X-Line Limited, and X Pro are all going to feature this kind of more rugged style. All right, let's hop in. Also, power passenger seat. That's something that you only get on this trim and above, and it even has lumbar support.
So you know, even if you're a passenger, you're going to be very comfortable.
Absolutely.
Now, let's talk about my always favorite feature and the real star when it comes to the interior, and that is going to be our infotainment screen. You can already see it's set up on for Apple CarPlay, and it's wireless. So wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, so you can stream our podcast, Trunk Talk, available wherever you get your podcasts, absolutely wirelessly. This week's episode was exactly as it says, no clickbait, how to buy a dealership with no diploma, experience, or money. Believe it or not, it can be done, and can be done twice.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to come find us at Brantford Kia, there we are. Now, to get back, all you have to do is hit your Kia button, and again, you can see that we are operating with our new software with the capacity for over-the-air updates. I love this screen. I think it's incredibly responsive and easy to use, especially if this is your first new vehicle in a while. You also have a quick access drop-down menu that you are able to customize with the items that you want to use the most. And again, same thing here. It's also incredibly easy. Ooh, there we go. Incredibly easy to find all of those safety features that Gabby mentioned, as well as driver's assistance, convenience features, climate, seats, lights, everything like that. And if you do have trouble finding it, you also have the ability to search for features, navigation, which we also see on this vehicle or on this trim. Well, I guess it's introduced on the X-Line, but that's okay. We still have it. But you do have your search feature too on your switchable infotainment and climate control cluster.
So I can search for anything in this car, like addresses or a setting?
Addresses, settings, features, you want it, you search for it. Pretty cool. It's almost like your vehicle's in-house search engine is something that we kind of describe it at. And if you want to know more about it, don't worry. We've done a video on it. every time. Now, I did mention that you can switch between these two. So here you're going to have it set up for your media controls and then also your climate controls with dual climate control, meaning I can set my climate control to one, Gabby can set hers to another, and everyone can be comfortable. Again, with our heated and ventilated seats down at the bottom. Turn that off right now. And if you do want to operate using wired Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can do so with the USB-C or simply have it for charging. We also have another USB-C and a wireless phone charger as well, where Gabby's phone is. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why you're laughing. Some of our other features that we're going to see, we have a leather-topped gear shift. So it's nice that we have this where you can knock it into manual from here, but you can utilize your paddle shifters too. And Gabby mentioned that this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, so we do have the inclusion of drive modes, of which we've got 4, normal, eco, sport, and smart, and also 3 terrain modes, snow, mud, and sand. Down here we have our heated steering wheel with 2 levels of heat, auto hold, electronic parking brake, idle stop and go, parking sensors, and also your parking camera. So here's that 360 monitor that Gabby was talking about. So all of those cameras around the vehicle, they all work together to create this nice picture of your vehicle, and you can also change a lot of the areas. Now this is going to come up whenever you put your vehicle into reverse. You also have your dynamic guidelines, and you can change the view. So here you can see we've got our front view camera, you can do your mirrors, and a wide view of your front, and you can do all those same features from the rear, including a wide view, and also affectionately called hitch camera.
So glad you mentioned the hitch camera, because I didn't mention towing capacity. This car, 3,500 pounds.
And does it come with trailer pre-wiring?
It does,
Absolutely.
and trailer sway control.
Ooh. So you really are ready for any off-road, rugged, and refined adventures in this vehicle.
I highly recommend going off-roading while pulling a trailer.
That is a great idea.
That was a joke.
I'll be there. Write that down. Next video.
Next video.
We still have cup holders, a little spot that I actually love to put my key in. And speaking of key, we are seeing a new key design for the Sorento, so a slim profile, and this is the biggest key that Kia has offered.
Biggest battery too.
Biggest battery. And so it does come standard with the remote start, which is on the back, so simply lock your vehicle and press and hold your remote start, and it will start it for you. Here's a look at your center console. You've got a good amount of space down at the bottom, also here for all of your smaller items. I'm going to turn the car back on.
Can you start the car?
Absolutely.
And trigger the start signal?
Yeah. This way you can see your blind spot monitoring.
Check it out.
So there it is for the left side and also for the right.
Check it out.
So that has got to be one of my favorite features, and if I'm being honest, when it comes to the Sportage, that was actually a huge selling feature for my father-in-law because he was worried about cyclists on the road, and that's actually what he told me when it came to purchasing his vehicle. But like I said, it's a Sportage. Up top, we still have a panoramic sunroof. So now, of course, it's not going to open the full. It is going to open to about the halfway point, and I love this feature. Even though you have a sun, lose a little bit of headroom having it, it never feels like it. It feels like you've got so much space, it allows lighting, and generally I don't feel claustrophobic when it comes to items like that.
This car has a huge interior. Like
Huge
it
interior.
It is big.
And incredibly comfortable too. We still have our glove box, and then stretching across the dash too, you can see some nice wood grain trim.
Let's open it real quick. It just got our manuals in there, French and English, and really nice design touches. Can we check out the back, Char?
I think we should.
All right.
Welcome to the back seat. So as you can see, we still have that same nice quilted leather in this vehicle, and both of these captain chairs do have car seat anchors if you are curious about that. Now these seats are manually controlled, so you do have a bar where you can bring them forward and back and also adjust the backrest. They're going to be heated, so you know it's going to be very comfortable, and there you go. Heated. You also got your cup holder there. And do you want to show what else we have on the door?
Yeah, so we get built-in rear sunshades. They clip in nicely, and these always look way better than the ones you can buy at Walmart or
Oh
Canadian
my
Tire.
goodness, yeah. As a parent, that has quickly become one of my absolute favorite features, and I think that the Sorento is really great because it is an SUV, but it has a lot of parent-minded features, so it's good for any season of life that you may be in. I also love the inclusion of rear air vents. However, they are framed in piano black, but I'll forgive them for that because it does look good right now. And down at the bottom, we've got a 12 volt. We also have a household outlet, and then also dual USB-Cs in the back. There it is, for fast charging. So lots of opportunities for connectivity in this vehicle. Also a leather pocket for privacy and cargo for stretch.
Net for stretch.
Net for stretch. That's what I mean. Thank you. Bose premium sound system in the back here, but how easy is it to get into the third row?
So super easy. If you're coming out of the third row and no one in the second row is letting you out, you press this button here, or if you just need to hop in real quick, give it a push. Allows the seat to fold forward and slide forward on its rail. From there, you can hop into either two of the back seats. We got one up, so Charlotte's gonna go to that one.
Yep. So here you can see a little bit of the space in the back. I'll try to bring this back too. There we go. So I still have a decent amount of legroom, definitely a decent amount of headroom here, and I also love that there are still some convenience features back here, such as USB-Cs on both sides, also little spot here and cup holders. From the back, I also have controls if I need to knock the second row left or right seat forward.
Knock mine down, let's see what happens.
Oh my goodness, should I?
Am I gonna die? Oh boy!
Dang. Got you, girl, don't worry.
Thank you.
We also have a 12-volt back here too, so again, super convenient features. And something I will mention is in the second row, you can see that we have a pretty flat, pretty flat floor for the second row, but we get this big hump as we come into the third row. So you're getting less legroom in the third row because this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. We have a bigger drive shaft running down the vehicle, of course, but again, I still find it very spacious. Lots of arm room, lots of headroom, lots of legroom. Surprising for a bonus row.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like how you're not seated too low, so you can actually see out of the windows back there, and you don't feel like you're in a trunk, if that makes sense.
Yes. All right, should we answer some questions?
Yeah. Charlotte, do you think this is a good family car?
I do, actually.
Do you think it's a good not family car, you just want an SUV?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, give her a flip. And let's answer some questions. I think I saw my customer on today too. I think. Let's see. All right. I believe it's Sportage, not Sportage. What? Sportage or Sportage? Let us know in the chat below. I will say in Canada, largely dealerships call it the commercials, everything Sportage.
It's really only the US that says Sportage.
Yeah, and whatever, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Tomato, tomato.
Let's see. Use the cup holder for the sunglasses. Yeah, so you could use the cup holders, you can keep it in your center console, whatever it may be. They also sell clip-on sunglass holders for your actual sun visor if you really need somewhere specific to put your sunglasses. Let's see. Korean setup is different than North American for any vehicle. Yeah, so the Korean specs Sorento very, very different. I saw a couple people mention they have heads-up display.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see heads-up display in this Sorento for this year, but regardless, I'm so happy with the equipment that does come with this car. It's really nice to see some new touches.
Yeah, and as we've seen with some of the new refreshed vehicles, is Kia is very much listening to their customer base as to what they want to see for their interior, so we never know, we might see a heads-up display come back in the future.
Yeah.
MG said leather seats will not be good with summer hot weather, while they will in the front because you do have ventilated seats.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing this vehicle has, so remote start like Charlotte mentioned, but it also has Kia Connect, which is our telematics system. You can actually start your car from your phone, allow it to pre-warm or pre-cool down before you start driving. Another thing I want to talk about, the price point.
Yes.
So this isn't the top trim of the Sorento, but it's definitely the trim to get if you're someone who wants a luxurious car, because the trim above has all-terrain tires, it's a little more beefy. It's different.
Yeah.
So this is priced at $50,795. Or hold on.
Yep, you're right.
Okay. All right, $975 actually, not. Yeah.
What did you say?
$795.
Oh,
$975.
sorry. And I backed you up on that too.
We can both be wrong.
If we go down, we go down together.
Brenda, okay, yes, she's on. She's so excited to pick it up this weekend. Yes, so I'm excited to meet with you again, Brenda. It's been a while, but here she is. It's real. I promise you, it's a real car.
It's there.
Real. All right. Are you guys having an eclipse special next Monday? So we do have the solar eclipse. Is it solar or lunar? It's one. I don't. I think it's solar.
Well, I do car reviews.
I don't know what time we can expect to see it. So
It's supposed to be between 2 and 4, and guys, where we are in Ontario is we're actually supposed to get really good coverage.
Yeah.
Like I think we're actually seeing the whole thing, so I got my goggles ready to go.
we'll try to live stream it. All right. It's bipolar eclipse. Congrats on your new car, Brenda, from Zoran. Okay, Zoran's being nice. That key fob is obscene. So the key fob, everyone loves to talk about it because it looks huge whenever we film it. I promise you, it is not that big.
Yeah.
Fits into girl pockets. If you guys know, you know, female pockets are not made equal. Still slim profile. It's got everything you need on it, and it's all in a convenient location, so it's all along the sides. Big icons too, so you can easily see. And it's nice to hold. It's actually a little bit more comfortable.
It's kind of comfy. It's almost like it's got an ergonomic design to its shape, which again sounds a little bit weird. But when you're like us and you have, you know, so many different keys that you're going through a day, you kind of notice the difference. But again, we understand that it's different.
It's definitely a little different. Steve May asks, so why aren't any Sorento PHEVs or HEVs for 2024? Still showing the old design for PHEV on Kia's Canada's website. So I don't have an exact answer because I don't work there for Kia Canada, and it's just something they haven't really shared with us. I feel like maybe we're not going to get any for this year when it comes to hybrids and plug-in hybrids, and by the time they actually come, they'll be 2025s anyway. So it's a carryover, but you can expect to see the refreshed model for their 2025. Let's see. Are you trading in your Forte for the K4 next year? Ray said she's trading in for a Porsche.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I were to, like, my next vehicle is probably going to be a Kia. I'd probably get a Sorento. As much as I always say.
We were debating this today.
Not an SUV person, not an SUV person, except for the Sorento. Sorento is the only SUV that I actually enjoy driving. All right. Let's see.
Zoran, I never know if he's joking or not, but he asked what the color was. It is wolf gray. I will just say it, but I never know.
Yeah. It's a very interesting color. Definitely looks different in person than it does on camera.
I love it though. I think it looks so good with the black and the dark accents.
It's so sporty. Like,
Brenda, you were very lucky.
She's got good taste.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jeff said, when I was at the Chicago Auto Show, they were saying the 2025 hybrid would be open for order May or June. Ladies, any confirmation? So that's probably around the time when we'll see the information come out for what we can expect from each trim level. Again, Kia Canada's ordering bank for customers has been closed for years now, but I'd expect that's when we'd actually get the full-on information. So the price, what comes in what trim, if there's any new colors, what softwares and what, that kind of thing. Let's see. Sorento is beautiful and fun to drive.
Absolutely it is.
Ray also asked, Sorento or the new Santa Fe?
I pick Sorento because I like the more traditional styling.
Yes.
But I respect the Santa Fe and I do like the interior of it.
There are some things on the Santa Fe, like the colors mainly. So the exterior colors like Rockwood Green, I would love to have available for the Sorento. Yeah. But I definitely prefer the classic look of the Sorento. When it comes to the drive, they have the same powertrain. They both drive awesome. But this would be my choice for sure. All right, shall we end off today's video?
I think we shall. What video do we have coming tomorrow?
So, I don't know. We're filming, or we already filmed earlier today, this vehicle, so the Sorento X-Line Limited versus the trim level below, which is just straight up the X-Line. We did a fairly quick video just comparing the differences, and it was largely just focused on what is different. So you don't have to sit through an entire car walkthrough. We're just gonna give you the important information.
Yep. So that'll be posted hopefully tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Yes.
But until then, we'll see you tonight at 6 p.m., tomorrow at 2 p.m., and
tomorrow at 6 p.m. too.
Bye.
That is all. All right, see you guys.